All right, everybody. Very impromptu cast here at GoRGN TV tonight. We're casting some of the ESL qualifiers, and for the first time with me tonight is Chewy. I hope you can tell me a little bit about these teams, bud.
Unfortunately, I know just as much about these teams as you do. I was asked to cast about 10 minutes ago, but it's all good. We're just going to have fun all the same. I have to say, it's actually quite fun when you don't know too much about the teams, because then people can surprise you and you can suddenly find a hidden talent that you've not been aware of before. So I don't mind that at all.
Exactly. I mean, I know just briefly that Robson and Alex are both very good players on the Terra side. Former, God, I can't even think of the team, but never mind. Let's just get into this match. We got my KPV, or the CT side, I'm not sure. Looks like this is KPV's full roster, so starting on the CT side. And so far a long take attempted by the Terra, so that prong is already been thwarted. And now the Terra's going to make their way up cat.
They are indeed, and this is a best of one for those of you just joining us, obviously on Just 2, so no best of 3s, and I believe this is the ESL 1 Katowice qualifiers, and we're in the round of 32. But already, as you can see, the Terra's just struggling a bit, although Osking is going to be able to pick up that kill to even up the situation now, so we are on a 2-on-2. Bombs near the A-bomb site, and both of those players on the CT teams are going to make their way up there, and now it's all going to be left up to Swallow, so it looked like a good situation here for the CTs. It's suddenly turning bad. Osking gets the final kill of the round. And that's going to mean 1-0 in favour of the T side here of my winner.
Yeah, it looks like the CT side had a good retake going and everything, but especially because the bomb was dropped down in the back of Cat, or just as they were entering the bomb site, but unable to secure it. And what I would consider the underdogs, albeit like they're not tagged up, or I'm not sure if they're a full team right now for Team Winner, as we know very little about this, but nonetheless, Team Winner taking away that first round, and now they have one-man fake up the catwalk, and are they going to bust out mid is the question. Wow, right through the smoke, though. At middle is Zai, or Zith. Not sure how to pronounce that, but the dude is a beast so far with that scout. And now Terra's side making their way back, and then eventually going to hit long and catwalk at the same time.
Well, Osking's actually been tagged to 32, so this is looking relatively good here. For the CTs, first frag on long there is going to go to Osking though, so that's a nice opening pick from him though. They're going to find a second player, and are they going to get him? Yes, they will indeed. Now suddenly, as if by magic, the T's are in control. Swellow's going to be the last one left alive. He takes down Robson with him, but they know exactly where that player is. He's going to come up, and they manage to get the final frag. They're securing the second round for the T's. They'll also get the bomb plant there, and that's going to mean 2-0 now, but that looked okay for my KPV. You know, they got that opening pick with that scout. You've really got to be careful of that gun at times. People can underestimate the damage that it can do and peek some silly things sometimes. But Tony's already got that AWP in hand. So we're seeing the big green gun in round number 3. Of course, it is still going to be an eco here for the CT side. And let's see if they can do any damage as that bomb's going very quickly towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, and still 2 players in the site for the key, or my KPV, and oh man, nothing happening for them. Ammo just coming straight out with that Tech 9, taking 2 heads straight off as he enters the bomb site. And man, how do you pronounce that name? Strunk? Last guy goes on fairly quickly. And one thing I want to mention that round is the previous round, my KPV had pretty much full bot after they lost the pistol, so it wasn't a very expensive round for both teams. But now the Terrace money, since they didn't take like 4 guns with them, Terrace side's money is slowly starting to build up, and they might even be able to lose this one and still be able to buy. Cannot say the same for my KPV, though. So this really is a must-win for them. You do not want to go down 5-0 on the CT side of Dust 2. Incredibly momentum-based map. But let's see what Team Winner decides to do here. They're slowing things down quite a bit. No op on the CT side, so wherever, I believe that's Alex R is going to go, he is not going to have any scopes to deal with. But Ammo, the sole player on Catwalk for the Terra side, gets the frag on his Scrunk, but now my KPV is going to take out long where there's 2 CTs waiting.
Well, they've banked on the right decision to go long there, because have a look at the B bomb site. It's completely uncontested whatsoever. So if the bomb was heading over towards B, you're very easy over there. And that's going to be 2 empty frags on long, as if by magic once again the T's have been able to make their way out there, leading just Zai. I hope I have pronounced that right. And well, it was going to be Swallow, but he's also gone down as well, so it is going to be a 1 versus 5 for that player, and he's got to make the right decision. I'm actually going to jump on board with him. He's just got to look for those exit frags. He's going to find one there onto Robson and take them out, and rightly so, he's going to back away. They know exactly where he is, and it looks like he's actually going to get relatively aggressive here in challenge, or is he? The grenade comes in, they're all about to hunt him down. Is he going to get a second exit frag? He will do indeed, but as he reloads, Tony's going to shoot him in the back of the head, securing the 4th round here for the Terrorists. So, yep, as you were pointing out, that was a pretty crucial round there for my KPV, because they did need it to secure themselves some more rifles and just to improve their economy, which, as you can see now on the screen, is pretty darn dire. But by the looks of things, the T's are rocking and rolling. They're ready to go. They've got an AWP, 4 AK-47s as well. And let's see where they split up in round number 5 and start to get those entry frags, or whether my KPV can do something pretty magical to try and bring this one back.
Yeah, definitely going to have to do better than they have in their previous eco rounds, but they have traded a frag back and forth, and I would favor the CTs, at least in this scenario. But here comes the pistols for my KPV. Get another one, but right back at him is Oz King. I believe that's how you say that one, but oh, and that one by one they fall, though, is my KPV. Things were looking good at the start, but I really hope for them they have an opera or something. This will be their full buy, or their first full buy, now that they have saved up, I mean, a couple players above 6,000 for the first time for my KPV. So let's see what they got here on the CT side. The terrorists haven't really been doing anything too tricky. They've been finding those opening picks and just kind of overwhelming them with their takes. So hopefully from my KPV, these double ops pay off.
Yeah, well, we're seeing the double AWP set up on the CT side more and more common now. Of course, the organisation that I am tied with, NIP, you see it genuinely quite a lot on Forest and Michael-Ailey, and they really do shut it down quite regularly when they do have those big green guns.
Except not on Cobble, man.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, but that was Michael-Ailey's first ever official map on Cobblestone, so we won't go into that discussion now. They played well, I'm proud of the boys. But into this match, more important right now. So we've got 3 AWPs on the field. Bomb is in mid. As you can see, they're just peeking, looking for information. Obviously, the T's will know that the CTs did eco in the last round, so they've got to be careful now. They're not going to peek anything too crazy, but on the screen now is Alexa. Looking over towards the A-bomb site. Look at that lovely pick there on Toto to start things off. But they don't know there's a second player there with an AWP, so Skrunk is going to get 1. He gets 2 actually down to Tony, and suddenly he's got control, but he's got to call for help, as they have opened up the A-bomb site once again here with relative ease. And even when 2 players go down, they're just pushing in with great aggression, and they've got the man advantage. Last player there, Eox, I believe. Is that what his name is? I do apologise. Or Cyox. I do apologise if I get any. Literally, these guys joined the server and went live, so I do apologise about our lack of knowledge. But they've already got the bomb down once again.
Yeah, and I thought this round was going to be a lot closer because my KPV had the correct setup. They had 2 players in the site, and then they got the early frag. They didn't expect the second one to be there, and he got 2 himself, so I'm not sure how exactly the terrorist side ended up on top of that because my KPV setup was solid. But nonetheless, we're looking at 6-0. And this round, my KPV is going to manage to make out with 2 guns into the next round, but none of their teammates will be able to buy anything unless, I suppose they could force up here. I mean, a couple people, they'd have to buy FAMASs and everything, but at this point, what can you do for the CT side? I mean, they've had a couple of rounds that have done really well for them, but then in the end just couldn't get to the round, and 6-0 already down. So let's see what my KPV can do here, and yep, they are going to go ahead and force. Okay, nice. Big start for them. Big start for them now as Zai does on the first player, and is the terrorist side just going to rush straight into B? That looks like the case. Swalo's going to have to come up big for the CTs. He gets the first 2, spamming them down, and there's only 1 player up for the terrorist side inside of B, and that's Ammo. Is he going to try to force the issue, or is he going to fall back? It looks like he wants to just continue to make his way into the site, and he's going to have a little assistance from his teammate. I believe he has an AWP, so if he needs to get this flank on right now, there's still a lot of time left in this round, so winner not out of this just yet.
They've allowed that T player with the AWP to get right in there. He was back in T spawn, and they knew that there was only going to be 1 player on the B bomb site, and yet 4 of them are still too scared to push in there. There's going to be 1 by window though, and that's going to be Alexar down. So the person without a name is actually Alexar. And if you aren't aware of that player, we managed to find him out, and that's going to be the last player down. And that was absolutely crucial around there. We can't really emphasise enough how important that was for my KPV. Their money was not in a good situation. They knew after being 6-0 down that they had to force by there. And they won the round, and now their money is sitting a slight bit prettier. But of course, because the My Winners squad here on the T side have won so many rounds in a row, they are going to be able to rebuy here. So it is going to be another gun round. 3 more AWPs on the field it will be. And this time, after Zai picked up the entry frag in round number 7, it's going to go the other way to Alexar.
Yeah, and just like that, terrorists looking good again. This round is very key for my KPV as all their money has been reset now. So if they don't lose this one, I mean, they need to stop saving at this point. They're already down 6-1. You need to be up at least a couple rounds coming into the next half if you want to have a good chance at winning the match. But how does my KPV recover this round? It looks like they've split their players 2-2, 2 long, and 2B. Unfortunately for my KPV, nobody is at B right now, and these CT players at long are going to be the entire round. They flash them in. Nobody's there. The take has been spotted now. And this allows the terrorist side to just fall back. So playing this very passively, they don't want to give anything away, but look at the flank coming through lower.
Robson's going to spot them out there. That's going to be Suelo down. Will he find the second player? Tags him down to about 50 HP. The grenade's got to follow in as well. Lovely teamwork coming in there from those two T squads. And now there's going to be 2 players left on along, but the bomb is nowhere near. It looks like it could be making its way over towards the B bomb site. Not going to even matter because Tony's going to take them out single-handedly there. So 7-1 for the terrorists. Back to the normal schedule for them, you could say. And of course, what that's done now, after winning 6 rounds in a row, then the CT's winning one.
Yeah, they got to force.
Yeah, they've got to force it, but their money is still not pretty. This isn't even a force. This is just a horrible rank mix by, like, they've all got armor, but Suelo's having to settle for a CZ-75, and Sarks is having to settle for a Deagle, so this really isn't sitting pretty whatsoever for them, especially when Robson gets opening frags like that through the smoke. You've got to be demoralised now in the MyKPV situation.
Definitely. I mean, at this point, I kind of agree with their buy because you're already down 7-1. You need to try to fight for that momentum, but they're already down a player. Fortunately for them, they do have an AWP still in the works, but he's going to have to come up big because if the terror side takes this round, it's a forced save next round for MyKPV. But there it is. They do take down OzKing. There's still one more player at long, and he does have the bomb. So if they could take down the bomber, it would be critical. Oh, big 1D by MyKPV. Psyox, though, putting him right back in this round. And if they want to have a chance at winning this match, this is a very key round for them. They need to start rattling off some in a row, and this could be the round to do it for them. Still 3 up for the terror side, and they're going to try a mid to B. Nice flashes being thrown in, and the cross has been smoked. And Robson gets the first frag. So evening things up 3-on-3. There's still only 1 member inside the B bomb site. It's Suelo for MyKPV, and he gets both of them. MyKPV is in this match right now. Down to a 1 versus 2 is Robson, though. And MyKPV, they won the round, or in theory already, they've won the round necessary to keep them in the match. But let's see, if Robson can take down 1 more player at least, it would be pretty devastating. But yeah, there's no chance he's going to win this round. And Team Winner have allowed MyKPV to get back in this match.
The weird thing is here, that's like kind of a bit of a surprise, is the fact that MyKPV, the only 2 rounds that they've won so far, have been on force buys. Like, they had, I think, 3 FAMASs in round number 7 where they won, and then they had 2 pistols here, as we saw, like, you know, we were discussing it, a Deagle and a CZ-75, and they still managed to bring out the round. So,
I mean, would you attribute that to, like, mentality of the round, would you say? Or?
You could just say it was pure luck, but I don't really know. You know, like, you've got to land your shots no matter what gun you've got in your hands. So it was evidently that they picked up their game and they're not demoralised. So it's good even when you are on that horrible mix buy situation that you can still pull out the round there. But Tony's going to get the entry frag over towards the B-bomb site to start things off here before Zai does respond onto Alex Al. So now it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation. And it looks like they've got control of the B-bomb site. But the bomb isn't actually anywhere near there at the second, so they're just kind of fragging around the map at the minute. Really not too much going on. Zai's going to pick up his second kill of the round before he backs away towards mid there. Otto gets one onto ammo, and that's going to mean now it's left on a 2v2 situation. Bomb's finally making its way over towards B. Robson spotted the barrel there of that AWP to get Zai down, leaving Otto the last one left alive. And this is been a real messy round, I have to say. It's just been kind of random frags going down everywhere when somebody's peeked around smoke. Not really too much going on in terms of strict strategies, I would say, from my point of view. But regardless, the terror side of My Winner are going to secure their 8th round, meaning that it's now a 6-round difference between the 2 squads. And once again, they've broken the economy completely of this MyKPV squad. And from here on out, for the rest of the half, I mean, in all honesty, anything can happen in CS, but I think MyKPV need to win pretty much every round here for the rest of this first half if they want to stand much of a chance.
Yeah, and that last round was another breaking point. As they win it, they could buy. If they lose it, they have to save. And man, is the save now working out now? There's only 2 players up, and we're under just 15 seconds or so into the round, and pretty much everybody's already dead. Looking for a flawless round is Team Winner right now. And I'm not sure what the deal is with KPV. A lot of the rounds have been close. Were they the team that just got out of the double overtime match? Am I correct there?
I'm not too sure. In all honesty, I arrived on a team Mumble even and just came straight in. So I think they were. I think they just progressed through a double overtime. Well, one of these teams has. So they both should be like warm and ready to go if they've just played matches. But you know, one weird thing is how quick this game started. I mean, generally in CS terms, everything takes about half an hour longer than scheduled time to get started. But literally, these guys joined the server and went live. It's the first time I've ever seen it. But oh my gosh. Ammo, hello, just pushes through the smoke there. No CTs had no chance. They had absolutely no idea he was just going to push through there. That is confidence as I've ever seen it, as he picks up the 2 first entry frags here in round number 12.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up this much, you're already feeling yourself as a team. Might as well, like, show off your aim a little bit. And, man, another force-up for my KPV, and this time their force didn't go as well as the past 2 rounds they've won, but man, 10-2, I don't think the score indicates exactly how close some of these rounds have been and everything, but 10-2, pretty much as dominant as you can get on the terrorist side. And at this point, my KPV has forced up so many rounds, I don't think there's much of a point to be saving anymore. Just go, the rounds you have won have already been forces, might as well go for the for what has won you some of the rounds, because whatever happens the rest of this half, on the terrorist side, they're going to have to go crazy with their momentum and just pretty much run through the CTs and force them to save over and over again, because this scoreline is just you can't allow that for the CT side.
Well, I mean, to be quite honest, it's not even really strategies like that's coming in right now. It's just like it's a death match. Like, I know that sounds really weird, and people in chat are going to be like, "What are you talking about, Shuey?" But look, they've left the bomb in T-Spawn, and Zai's now actually picked up 2 players there. And so I don't even get how they win. This is just honestly, this is one of the weirdest games of CS I think I've ever seen, let alone casted. They left the bomb in T-Spawn and ran off, and all went up long, probably realising that the CTs would be on an eco, and then just decided to try and out-frag the other team. Suddenly they got knocked off by some pistols, and once again we see my KBV not even on a force, but on a full eco, win the round. So that's going to be their 3rd round. They are going to reward themselves now with some more rifles. But yeah, this is difficult to analyse because this is just weird, I have to be fully honest. This is just a very weird game.
Right, as Tony says, too smart from both teams apparently. Unknown tactics so far, but see here, my KPV, even if they lose this, they are going to be able to buy, as that last round was very important for them to have a chance here. But now my KPV beginning to turn things up a bit. Maybe their pug style will finally show through, but still taking out middle is a winner. Not the same results as before, as now my KPV is up a player, and the middle take not working out too well, but it looks like Winner going to go ahead and gather their forces and possibly hit up Catwalk. 1 by 1, Winner's going down pretty much everywhere on the map. So if my KPV win out this half, bring it in that momentum to the next, maybe, just maybe, we'll have a match on our hands. But I don't think my KPV is going to dominate the terrorist side quite like Winner has.
No, well, we'll have to see. Never quite know. My KPV is still trying to fight hard. Alexa is going to go down, leaving Tony, the last one left alive here, in a 1 versus 4 situation. He has got the bomb, and we've seen him get a couple of crazy frags. So you never quite know what this man can do. He went big with the Tech 9 earlier on. That's an interesting goal. Yeah. We've just got a bit of time here. What do you think about the Tech 9? Because there's been a lot of discussion about it recently.
I mean, I think we needed a substitute for the CZ. I mean, unless you take away how powerful all the pistols are, like you gotta, in previous iterations of the game, I mean, you never saw nearly as many eco rounds. So at this point in Go, you either got to take away like a lot of the power of all the pistols, or we're going to need a replacement for the CZ, or you buff the CZ back up. Currently, I think the Tech 9 just shoots a bit too fast for it to be that kind of pistol, for it to have that much ammo and everything. But let's get into this round, because Tony has a chance from a 1 versus 4 down to 1 versus 2, but no! Zai is able to end that little momentum. And another round for my KPV. But yeah, to finish that thought, I like where the Tech 9's at right now. It just needs to be either shoot a little slower or do a little bit less damage, because right now it's just like the CZ. I mean, what's the point? You might as well have the CZ back. Yeah.
That jumping shot there with the P2000 from Zai just reminded me of the clip that's been going around relatively recently of Flusher onto, I think it was Pasha on the A-bomb site on Dust 2, where he just jumped up and put a pistol bullet into his head. And yeah, so I don't know why, it just reminded me of that straight away. But here we go, we're into the last round of the first half, and this is the first time we've seen the T's relatively troubled in terms of economy, considering the fact that Robson and Ammo are going to only have Tech 9s, but both of them are going to get picked off there to start things off. Robson is eventually going to respond, but by the looks of things, my KPV have suddenly decided to wake up and play. They've now got a 4 versus 2 advantage. They are going to make their way on to the B-bomb site. That's going to start to even things up as Suelo does go down. They're going to just Molotov out to make sure that those CTs can't push in, but that actual Molotov fakes, well, misses in fact, and goes back onto the B-bomb site itself there. So that slowed them down a tiny bit, but they do still have control of it. 3 players stacked up just outside the B-bomb site here though for the My KPV squad. We'll see if they are going to be able to successfully take this retake, but Tony pushes out aggressively and gets the first kill there to even things up. Onto a 2-on-2, and the bomb's going to go down as well.
Yeah, the terrorists were really looking for the frag before they wanted to plant, and they did get the frag, and now it's onto a 2-on-2. So my KPV, pretty much critical mistake, but oh, comes out the window with the no-scope, but Otto is there with the trade. So nicely done, nice retake by KPV. And I liked how the terrorists played that, but in the end, my KPV in the 2 versus 2, that no scope coming out of the window really did it for him. But in the 3-on-2 there, for the terrorist side to look for the frag, I mean, it shows a lot about them as players, like really smart odd man play. But nonetheless, 5-10, and I didn't think it was going to be this close, if you can call this close, as the terrorist side was up 10-2.
Just in the chat, I've just seen somebody say that it was Kaylee who did one of those jumping shots. I do apologise if it was Kaylee, didn't Flusher. I can't remember. It was definitely one of the two.
Those in the same little group of players there?
It's midnight for me, and I've had a long day, so I do apologise, guys, if I got that one wrong. But who cares? We're having a bit of fun. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in. And let's start off winter round number 16. This is, of course, the second pistol round here on Dust 2. This is only a best of one. My KPV are going to start things off, but Robson's actually pushed aggressively into tunnels here. He's going to get spotted, and he's going to get hunted down as well. He has been able to back away after putting some good damage there into Suelo, but another CT player is going to get caught out pushing aggressively. Otto, with great awareness, playing very, very passively over towards long doors there. Robson's going to push aggressively once again, and he will get punished for it. So that's going to mean a 1 versus 5 situation now for Alexa. He's going to get caught in mid. One bullet to the head from the P2000 will shut him down from Otto there. And my KPV are not out of this one yet. What looked like a very weird and very, very one-sided game is slowly but surely coming back in their favour.
Yeah, and the CTs there on Dust 2, I think playing a standard setup on your CT side pistol, perhaps not the best idea, but they went for some aggressions everywhere. And once your first player that's doing your aggression goes down, you kind of the other CTs want to get the advantage back, or at least even it out, and not one of them got the kill. So this round, my KPV just going to try to end it real early and just go 5-man strong into B. We don't really see many B rushes on anti-ecos anymore, so I like this from my KPV. Fortunately for them, did not run into anybody on the team winner side besides one player in the site. But look at this. Winnow has something to say. Oh, but they trade back and forth, and now 3-on-3 while the retake is underway from the tunnels as well. So it's going to be two outside the doors and one from the tunnels who's taken down. And KPV looking for hold here, down to a 2 versus 2, making this way closer than it has to be. And suddenly it's down to a 1-on-2 from the tunnel. Psyops running out of bullets, and they're going for the defuse. A 10-second full defuse. It doesn't matter. He's going to get it as his teammate covering him gets the frag. And KPV just probably threw this match away.
I jinxed them. I said that they were coming back into it slowly but surely, so I jinxed it. Hashtag blame Chewy in the chat, please, ladies and gentlemen. Just blame it all on Chewy for that. I don't know if you're aware of this, but anything that goes wrong within esports is always my fault, apparently. So just hashtag blame Chewy.
Is that why Nip didn't win the finals?
Yep, that's exactly. That's just nice rip. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Nice. I'll give you that one. I'm not salty at all, I promise.
I'm so sorry. I had to. Get our casting relationship started off on the right foot, you know? All right, so my KPV this round looking to get that eco right back at him. And go with a 4-man stack up. Catwalk rushing in through right now. The counter nades from the CTs are really strong so far, but Ammo does not have a gun. He's saving up for an AWP. Alex R goes down, and they're going to go for the bomb plant while there's still one member in the site. Ammo doesn't know what's going on, and still no terrorists down, and the site has already been taken.
This Tech 9 is a joke, but Otto showing that the P250 can do some work as well. It's all going to be left up to Robson and Tony, and this is just eco win after eco win. This is pretty crazy. Like, again, this game is just so weird. I'm going to have to watch this one back and try and figure out what's exactly going on, but it's actually going to be left in a 1 versus 3 situation. As soon as I say that, Tony does go down, securing the 7th round here for the now T side of my KPV. They are going to be able to obviously buy once again. Unfortunately, though, for my winner, they have absolutely no money whatsoever after letting those Tech 9s get the better of them. And this game is still, honestly, in anybody's hands. You would say now, according to the script, that this should be 11-8, and that would be only a 3-round difference. And considering how far behind my KPV were earlier, they've got to be running on some form of momentum now. So, we'll see what they can do. Slowly but surely coming back into it.
Yeah, I don't see any traditional meta applying to this game right now, because everything I've thought, as far as momentum goes and the money system goes, has just been thrown out the window as eco after eco. The only team that get any momentum so far was Team Winner that had the massive spree on the T side. But let's get into this round. Kind of a force up here from the CT side. They do take down one in exchange for 2 of their own. Still trying to hold long as one player. Oh, he gets the frag. That's OzKing. So evening the numbers back up. And man, these pistols are doing work right now at middle. But he gets too aggressive and he does trade his life out. So KPV can take towards the B side. Wow, was that a jumper? Onto Otto. Nice shot by Robson, which leaves it all up to Psyops. He smokes out the middle, and it's no fake. He is going to go for it. What's he going to do, though? Is he just going to wait? Yes, he's going to wait for the smoke to expire. But if he doesn't go for the bomb plant, then the CTs are obviously going to know that he's not in B. So the mind games are getting a little tricky here. And what is Otto going to do? Yes, he's just going to go straight up for the bomb plant.
This is just weird, this game. If the CTs pull off this retake, that's going to be 3 ecos, 1 in a row. How often do you see that in any CS match? This is crazy. I like the angle that he's holding it. He's going to pop out. He's going to get 1. He's going to get 2 as well out of nowhere. They weren't expecting that. Hello, Robson and Osking. Psyox with the Duke. And just about wins the round. So that was a little too close for comfort. But yeah, honestly, as I say, like if he had lost that there, which he could have well done, he was low on HP, I think, as well. It only would have taken 1 bullet from that AK or scout in the head to finish him off. That would have been 3 Okos, 1 in a row. But
he cursed it again, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's round number 20 though. In we go. Robson's only going to be on a pistol, unfortunately for him. 4 M4s otherwise for the CTs. And let's see what happens. See if it's going to be another weird round in this very, very weird game on Dust 2.
Yeah, and another kind of force up here from the CTs. And I don't think they really had to force here. I mean, I don't know if they... I know Ammo was saving up for an op earlier, but they definitely didn't have to force here. They do have the rounds to play with, but the way this game's been panning out, I don't know what to think anymore. But my KPV has lost 1 player over towards B, and we're seeing a lot of this from them just sending like just 1 man towards these areas going for the opening pick. But doesn't look like it has really anything to differ their strat at all. Because now, falling back too long, we got 1 member, Alex R, on the other side of the doors. He gets flashed, and oh, there it is, Suelo on to Alex R, which opens up the round a little bit more, and both of the long players fall. So suddenly it's all up to OzKing, who has been having a decent match so far. Top fragging for his team alongside Tony. But now, my KPV do suffer a frag at long and a frag at middle, so suddenly the round is back in their favor as they take it up mid. No, they're going to go and split B, it looks like.
But they've got to be careful because Osking knows that plan and he's going to catch them out. Or is he going to catch them out? Yes, he gets 1. He finds the bomb as well, but he was a bit slow on that frag, so it is actually going to be a 1 versus 2 situation. Robinson's going to find Suelo, though, because he didn't check his corners. And now it's Orp versus M4 Zai versus Robson. He's hurt him. 9 seconds left on the clock. Oh,
wow!
My gosh, how did he miss? What?
He had so much time to shoot him. Oh, no.
Baffled.
Oh, no. The old jump peek, please don't kill me while I'm in the air works out.
How did he miss that shot? I am lost for words. It was a no-scope. I've just looked at it on stream from the other angle, and it was a no-scope as well.
Oh, no.
I'm done. I've finished. Good night. I'm out. See you later, guys.
Another round that they should have won, but it goes to the terrorists, who are starting to put together a little rally of their own on the terrorist side. So now, an eco round here for the CT side, but I mean, from what we've seen this match, they're probably going to win this round. And for the setup, pretty standard for both teams here. A little 2-1-2 action going on. Never mind, it is a double catwalk setup. So my KPV taking their sweet time here, not running into any stacks. And where do they eventually go? As the time is starting to expire, under a minute now. And they're starting to press out long where there's only 1 player for the CT side. So any information, they're just kind of fighting for information here. They do not want to run into a stack, and they do not want to throw this away. Where are they going to go? It looks like they're going to be grouped up at long, and it's going to be up to OzKing again to come up big. And this time, oh, they don't get anybody. And my KPV this is starting to look like an actual anti-eco round. They're having little difficulty, and they are just going to take the site with ease. And only 2 players up for the CT side, no guns to find. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and kind of save this. At least one of their players, Robson, does not want to give up his gun.
I think he's just looking for exit frags here. I think he's just expecting that maybe some of the T's will make their way out of long, so he's just looking for exit frags here. I think it's more of that than a save as such. But if the T's are kind of clever enough,
he took a weird route to...
I don't quite know. I think he was probably just challenged to his teammates, maybe having a drink. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe contemplating.
Is that how you do it over there? You drink while you play?
I think he was probably actually trying to work out how he didn't get that kill in the last round on that guy in mid. So it was probably that. He was probably contemplating quite what happened with his life to lose that sort of a gunfight. But, I mean, come on, dude. This game has been weird, but it's been one heck of a match as well, because I honestly thought after the first 8 rounds or so that I'd probably be in bed by this point and my night would be over. But now there's only 1 round between them.
Yep, so it looked like a blow-up, but now we got a match in our hands. We are going to be covering some more of this tournament tomorrow, so go ahead and follow us if you already hadn't. And we're going to be hosting our own tournament coming up here in Europe for the first time ever, Intercontinental. But let's get back into this round. My KPV has gone with the B rush, and they've traded off 2 for 2. This is good for them. Only deficit is in HP, and all 3 members of the CTs are rotating from the spawn area. No flank going to occur. CTs have a couple of nades to work with, a smoke and 2 flashes. And for the terrorist side, going to have to just play it guns out. Retake is on. Flash is pouring over. Swalo from under takes down the first one. That's King, and he gets the second one. Tony cannot find his rifle right now. Down to a 1 versus 1, and Zig gets the frag onto ammo. So all tied up at 11 to 11. And these rounds have been so close, but the CTs just can't clench them.
This is I know I keep saying it, but this game is just weird. Like, and again, I don't really know what's going on, like, strat-wise. It just seems to be...
I got nothing.
No, I don't either. I really don't. This is a difficult game to cast, so I do apologise if my casting is slacking in some essence, but I'm sure you guys at home can tell what a weird game this is. But so I was actually going to get 2 shots on a row there, and Tony, he did initially leg him through those mid doors, and Alex R's going to get taken out as well, but King with a lovely peek there, gets the 1 dig into Scrunk to start things off for the CT side here, but they know that that push is coming aggressively from the CTs, and Otto is more than aware of it, getting 2 lovely shots there to make things now a 1-on-4 situation with Robson, the last one left alive. And so, you know, unless Robson can pull off something pretty darn crazy here, this is going to be the first time in the game that we see my KPV take the lead, and who would have thought it after their performance on the CT side earlier on?
Yeah, and man, Robson almost had beautiful flank timing here. I don't think he knows exactly how many he was dealing with, but now he's going to be confronted at long. Just wants to take a few guns out if he can. Ooh, and a nice shot onto the second one too. So Robson's taking a lot of money away from the T's, and as long as they take that monetary or make the monetary game close, they are still in range to force the other team to save.
Syrox just missed every single shot there. Robson was on like 22 HP. He could have just easily one-tapped it in the head, and he still missed all of his shots, which is going to mean that Robson now, in a 1 versus 4 situation, has taken 3 AK-47s and obviously all of the armour off of those MyKPV players. So although they lost the round and now MyKPV had the round advantage, he has done a lot of economical damage there to the T squad. And as you can see, I think they're going to drop for Scrunk. I'm not too sure if he's going to have a rifle. I believe they've dropped for him, but still, yeah, they have. So he's actually got double up. So they are still okay economy-wise, but still Robson doing a lot of damage at the end there, and Tony almost connects with that shot there. He did spot another AWPer. He's going to flash out and go for the peak as well. Unfortunately, auto-direct took me away from that player. Straight onto Ammo, who's at long at the second. But we can see 3 players in lower tunnels at the second, well, 2 in lower tunnels, 1 in upper at the second. Scrunk is still trying to peek and get some information from T-Spawn, see if anybody's in mid, but it looks like Tony is aware that there are a couple of players close to him through those mid doors at the second. No initial confirmation about where that bomb could be going as we head into round number 24. Bit of a slower round here after the havoc that's ensued so far. Teams have decided to settle down a bit because this is crunch time now. We're getting into those latter stages.
Yep. This is a critical round here. You see my KPV went with a double op, and if they lose this one, they are going to have to save. So winner, it's now their time to shut down this terrorist side and start developing some momentum of their own. But now my KPV is falling back to middle, which is smoked off now, but the bomb is still lurking around on Catwalk. I'm not quite sure what the plan is here, but now, oh, there it is, the first shot by Zit as he comes into the B bomb site. Only one up. It's Alex R. He takes down the first one, but it's not enough. Team Winner has allowed the B bomb site to be taken yet again, and this is a key round for them. They cannot let this round slip through their fingers. And now the retake. Still, all 3 coming from outside of the site. Nobody flanking in from the tunnels. 3 on 3 here. No nades to work with on the CT side, as it was a very tight money round. They take down the first 2 down to a 1 versus 2 now with Syrox, who needs to hold off 2 angles right now. And he's in the back.
Ooh,
Tony
nice.
gets the frag. Nice 1-tap. And they are going to get the defuse. So those 2 ops that the terrorist side bought may hinder them here. They are still going to be able to buy, but not full nades.
Let's have a look at their money quickly and just see what they've got. Yeah, they have got enough money to buy. It's still not going to be relatively pretty, of course, because those 2 CT players did manage to pick up those AWPs. They have got more than enough cash to spend right now. They're going to be happy with their economy, and we are all even going into round number 25. You know, I said it earlier, but who would have thought it after the performance that My Winner were putting in earlier on? They were just making things look easy, running all over the park, and the only rounds that My KPV were really getting on their T side was on some crazy force buys and eco rounds as well. So this really has been one heck of a game. Zai's going to open things up for the second round in a row, I do believe, as he gets the entry frag. In goes the smoke to cover the mid to B. Out comes a flash grenade from the B bomb site though. But he's not going to make any use of it by the looks of things. Robson's going to pick up one, but Ozking's gone through the smoke and he picks up 3 huge frags with his M4. They just thought because the smoke was down that nobody was going to go through it, but Ozking gets aggressive and he's rewarded. High risk, high reward. Wow.
Yeah, just once they heard that flash come in from behind, somebody's got to turn their head. I'm sure none of them were even blind because he shot at them all with their backs turned. So ballsy play by Ozking, but keeps his team in the round down to a 2-on-3 now. And my KPV is going to recollect themselves and come into the B bomb site. Wow, poor timing from Ozking. Had great timing earlier. This time the luck is not in his favor. And now he is taken down without getting any damage done to the CT side. And now the retake. 2-on-2 yet again. Tony from the spawn, one of them coming from the tunnels. He sees the Opera outside the site. Oh, and he takes down Zai. 1-on-2 now. Otto in the odd man situation. He's going to look for Tony outside the site. Tony can't flick him in time. And now 1-on-1 with Ammo. Huge round for both teams. Going to decide who has the round advantage. Otto knows he's going to get peeked right now. Ammo going for the shot outside the site. And the spam goes to Otto. And my KPV clinch another very critical round. And the CTs on the save again.
Ammo made way too much noise there, in my opinion. It was so obvious for Otto what was going to happen. He knew exactly where that player was, and it looked like Otto was going to peek around the corner. And suddenly, he heard footsteps coming back in his direction towards the doors, so he decided to hold his nice little position where he was at that time, where we saw him pick up that last frag, and it paid off for him. So
CT gave him no reason to do otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. And the CTs are going to get punished for it now. Ozking's crazy 3k unfortunately didn't pay off for them, and they're going to be down to just pistols here. So they should be 14-12 if things go according to the script for the MyKPV squad. Of course, not much in this game, to be quite honest, has gone according to script, as it really has been a messy one. But round number 26, we are on MyKPV looking a lot stronger now than what we saw in the first half.
Definitely. MyKPV taking out long now. They've been doing this a lot. I haven't seen many patterns this match, other than ecos happening all the time. But my KPV, one of their weaknesses seems to be that they send just one man a lot of times into either long or B, and there's nobody there for the trade, and he really only gets one man ever that I've seen so far when they've done that. But still in this round with no problems. They've only one man down, the man I was mentioning. And how do the CTs take this? They already have collected the only gun that has been dropped by my KPV. And now what do they do here? And it looks like they're going to go for this 2 versus 4 at this point. I mean, Ozking really needs to save it, but they are going to be full buying next round. Ozking first one, and he can't get any more. That Suelo gets the last frag, and now 14-12 for my KPV. And the last round that the CTs will be able to full buy, unless they win here. So down to the wire here, 14-12, my KPV.
I really don't get why they even went for that there, went for that retake. It wasn't even looking like they were just looking for a few exit frags before backing off. They just went for some sort of weird retake with a couple of rifles, despite knowing the fact that their money really wasn't going to sit too pretty here.
Yeah.
In this round, I mean, Alex R hasn't got any armor, 3 players haven't got any head armor, and they've hardly got any grenades whatsoever. They've only got 2 smoke grenades now between them for the rest of this 1 minute and 18-second round. So I don't quite understand that fully from my winner, but hey-ho, they're the players, I'm the caster, so who am I to judge? But 14-12 it is, my KPV, with one heck of a good comeback on Dust 2. These are the kind of games that I love to cast, just when you think it's all over, and just when you think, I'm going to be going to bed in a few minutes' time, or we'll be on to the next game soon. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they pull out a few good rounds, and they are right back into the game. They've pulled off more than just a few good rounds, and as we go into round number 27, no casualties as of yet, but my KPV only needing 2 more rounds to secure the match.
Yeah, now they are priming up for a mid-take, but it is indeed a mid-fake, and now they're trying to fall off, but ooh, Oscorp takes down both of them! Man, from A, just going huge from inside the site, and now suddenly we got suddenly we have a match on our hands yet again. And I thought the CTs were pretty much out of it, but now are fighting their way back into it. The ammo now from the CT side, or CT spawn. There's way too many players inside the A site for my KPV to consider it, but they're going to go for it anyways. They don't know what we know, and this may be a flawless round for the CT side. But look at Otto flanking. This could be the perfect time to save his teammate, but he has brought it down to a 1-on-3. And now, are we actually going to see a save? This is just weird. In this game, there should be no saving at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can say as much as we like there should be a certain situation going on, but when we say that with how this game's gone, whether it's going to be the same as that, and unfortunately we can't.
I fully
really
expect a my KPV eco right here.
Yeah, exactly. But 14-13 it is, only one round between the two squads. Bomb looks like it's going to go over towards B, and it looks like it's going to go very, very aggressively. I don't know why Auto Director is taking me over towards the other bomb site, so I'm going to jump over to Robson as he picks up the first frag, hiding in the smoke there, and he gets rewarded for it. Is he going to find another player there? It looks like he's trying to go through, but Cyox gets a lucky headshot through the smoke himself there. Tony's going to respond, but now it's left on a 2 versus 3 situation. Make that a 1 versus 3. Otto versus 3. Very angry counter terrorists here. Let's jump on board with Otto. He's going to go for the fake bomb plant. Is Tony going to react to that? Yes, he will. He's going to get punished for it. So now it's a 1 versus 2. 1 minute left on the clock, so he's got plenty of time to play with here. And he will successfully plant the bomb. He's going to find one there, peeking through. They've not gone through at the same time. Just about they managed to get the trade, but that was still pretty darn close. Ammo is going to be the last one left alive. And then he swapped out to get that up. He's got a kit, so he's got plenty of time to do that. And he will get the defuse. So, once again here, dude, we're 14-14 all even. This could go either way. Let's have a look at the money for the T's. You know, they got the bomb down, so I guess it's not too bad. They will be able to buy, but it will be a kind of forced buy if they do go for it. We'll see if they do.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. Yeah, they are going to go for it. So they're going to put in 2 force buy rounds unless they win this one. They're going to have to try to force up the next round. And man, in that odd man situation, the CTs played it so weird. After he went for the fake plant, Tony waited maybe a couple seconds and then he went in as if he predicted that he was going to fake plant again. Sure. And then just evened it back out. I'm not sure if that was his plan, but that's the only thing I can come up with that would make sense. But this round, CTs again find Zai for the first frag. And now already down in terms of firepower, my KPV. Now down a player, and they're trying to prevent that tie round and trying to gain it for themselves. And they're going to go for another mid B. They liked what it looked like last time. And the CTs again, Tony just rushes through the smoke, but this time he only gets 1. And now my KPV have made their way into the bomb site. There's still 1 there for the CTs who's sitting in that car right now fighting for his life. I'm not sure if they're going to plant the bomb with him still alive. Still got an anchor sitting outside of the CT spawn. He gets 2. But now down to a 1 versus 2 with OzKing. Tie round at stake here. OzKing been playing big. Misses his flashbang. He's going to take his way into the site right now. He's going to have to run through a crossfire here. And now he's going to make his way up to window. He's going to have to deal with the crossfire anyways. He's taking his way in, and he can't find the head of anybody. Takes down the first one. It's Halo trying to keep his team alive. Oh, and the one tap with the Tech 9 and my KPV. Bring it back. 15-14, and the force up works.
This game is just... I feel like I've drunk something stupidly crazy and like this isn't reality. Like this just doesn't feel right, this game. I have to say Robson there, I hate publicly bashing a player, but Robson was in a really sweet position. Although they spotted him, he had like a full mag of M4 and he was on a head glitch and he could have just relatively easily, you would have thought, popped them off as they were jumping through window onto the B bomb site. He pretty much missed every single shot and they Tech 9'd him to death and he got punished for it. So I don't know what's going on in this game, man. It's crazy, but out of nowhere, my KPV, who, I know I keep bringing it up, but they really didn't look good on their CT side. They just suddenly come out of nowhere, and now they're on match point. And look at the buy here for the counter-terrorists. They've got 1 rifle in the hands of Tony, but apart from that, it's really not sitting pretty for them whatsoever. So as we go into round number 30, this will be the final time of normal time. We could still be going to overtime, of course, do remember, which I do believe will be MR5, but I'm not too sure about that. We will see if we get there.
Yeah, and this would be a back-to-back overtime for one of these teams. I believe it was my KPV. Oh, right through the mid. Zai onto Tony, who had the shot lined up, and my KPV just swarming all over mid now. It's all up to Robson, who had a miserable last round. He only gets 1, and now it leaves 2 CTs up to try to take this into overtime. It's not looking good. Ammo does get 1, though. 3 on 2, but he's getting flanked. Oh, OzKing does find the protection frag, and now 2 on 2 to bring it into overtime. Both CTs are outside of the site. Decent setup here for my KPV. Pretty much similar to last round, and Cyox takes down OzKing, and the CTs aren't taking at the same time. They're just waltzing in 1 by 1. Ammo goes for the prediction shot, and it doesn't work. So my KPV, in the end, come back from a 10-2 deficit.